everybody, and welcome back to my page, Books and Graphics a la Saber. I'm your girl Saber. So I don't have the fans on today, as you can probably hear, so if my cats start meowing and banging on the doors, I am sorry in advance. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about the FuckAthon that Noria Reads is doing. I wanted to record this and have it up earlier this week, but I had a migraine Wednesday and Thursday and had to call into work and was basically just laying in bed. And like, if I had the energy to do so and my head didn't hurt enough or hurt too much, I read and forced myself to not be on my phone because I'm really addicted to being on my phone, especially when I can't do anything else. My days off are Wednesdays, so I usually try to record a video on Wednesdays and then edit it in that day and then upload it that day, or Thursdays. I've only been doing this for maybe about a month, but to just say in the beginning of this video, that is going to be my plan. So yeah. So going forward, that's what I'll probably do, but let's get into this video. So I'm going to put up here what the bingo board that Noria did, and I'm also going to link to the video that she did talking about the FuckAthon. A lot of the books that I'm doing are, well, not all, a lot of, but half the books that I'm doing are books that she suggested in her recommendation videos. But so as you can see on the bingo board right there, the prompts are, I have to look at my computer screen. The prompts are fuck ableism, fuck capitalism, fuck book elitism, fuck gentrification, fuck theological fundamentalism, and she didn't put it on the bingo board, but it also says / fuck religious intolerance, fuck slut shaming, fuck white supremacy, fuck with yourself, that's not a book one, I'll explain in a little bit, and fuck ageism. So the ones that I am doing are fuck book elitism, fuck religious intolerance, fuck slut shaming, fuck ageism, fuck capitalism, and fuck ableism. And I will also put my board up right here. So originally when I posted on my Bookstagram, I did a lowercase f and was just going to do book elitism, religious intolerance, slut shaming, ageism, and fuck with yourself. So fuck with yourself, you don't have to read a book, it is just whatever you decide that is. So for me, I was planning on just doing a self-care day, like a spa day. I might not even read any books that day. I probably would still read books because I love reading, but I'm just going to chill out that day. I might take a hot bath and read in the tub. I'm going to soak my feet and like do like a little self pedicure because I absolutely love doing that, and I love how soft my feet are, and just, you know, put like when I have a migraine, I put like this ice mask on and just sit back and relax and listen to my music, and yeah, it's gonna be nice. So that's what I'm doing for that one. But for the actual book prompts, I will tell you what I'm doing. So for book elitism, that is just pick your trashiest, cheesiest, most tropey book. You know, basically fuck the people who say, oh, that's not a real book. Graphic novels aren't real books. I would never read a YA book. Blah, blah, blah. Well, I do, and I like those. So anyways, I picked Van Allen Legacy by Melissa De La Cruz, and it is the 4th book in the Blue Bloods vampire series. I loved this series when I was in high school, and I wanted to reread them because I wanted to reread what I already read so that I could finish them, because I never finished them, because she started to come out with them pretty quickly once I got to college, and then I just kind of stopped reading them. I've already read Van Allen Legacy before, and I think that's the one I stopped on, so I'll read that one. And it's, you know, has vampires, love triangles, a best friend that loves his best friend, and a chosen one trope, and it's like super corny, and it has my heart, so I love it, and it totally fits this category. For fuck religious intolerance. Oh, religious intolerance is such a hard sentence for me to say, or hard phrase for me to say. I'm going to read Miss Marvel, the newer set with Kamala Khan, because her family is They're Muslim, so they practice the Islamic religion, and I am agnostic myself. I come from a Muslim family. Like, my dad is Muslim, but like on my mom's side, they're Christian. So my parents aren't together, just to explain. But so it's not a religion that I practice. It is something that I do know stuff about, but it's not something I practice. And I really liked that they have a superhero character that comes from an Islamic family. I'm going to read issues 5 and 6 of that because they're short, and I've already read issues 1 through 4. Fuck slut shaming. Noria I watched a video on this because I was like, oh, okay, I'll just read Tempted by, I think her name's Megan Hart, I think. But then I changed my mind because I've already read it. I was like, oh, I'll read 50 Shades of Grey. And I was like, no, I want to use something different. So I watched Nori's video, and she talked about this book called Wallbanger, and my library has it, so I'm going to read that. And it is about this lady named Caroline has been searching for an apartment, and she finally finds her dream apartment, moves in. Turns out, while the apartment itself is amazing, her neighbor's not, and he has a lot of sex, a lot of loud sex, and she's annoyed with it. She's, in the synopsis, it says like she's like literally like shaken out of her bed, I believe. And she decides to like put on this pink nightie and go knock on his door, and they proceed to have a hot and heavy wall banger night of sex. So I was like, ooh, this sounds totally up my alley. So I picked that one for slut shaming. For fuck ageism, I picked An Elderly Lady is Up to No Good. And this is also a suggestion from Noria. And this book is so tiny and cute. When I saw it at the library, when I put it on hold, I was just, it's so cute, you guys. It's so tiny. I ran and showed it to my boss. It has 171 pages. It was translated from Swedish, and I'm just going to go ahead and read the synopsis. Maud is an irascible 88-year-old woman with no family, no friends, and no qualms about a little murder. This funny, irreverent story collection by Helen Tursten, author of the Aryan Investigation, will keep you laughing all the way to the retirement home. Ever since her darling father's untimely death, Maud has lived in the family's spacious apartment in downtown Gothenburg, Sweden, rent-free thanks to a minor clause in a hastily negotiated contract. That was how Maud learned that good things can come from tragedy. Now in her late 80s, Maud leads a solitary existence, and she likes it that way. Over the course of her adventures, or misadventures, this little bold lady will handle a crisis with a local celebrity who has her eyes on Maud's apartment, foil the engagement of a long-ago lover, and dispose of some pesky neighbors. But when Detective Inspectors Irene Huss and Embla Nostrum are called in to investigate a dead body found in Maud's apartment, will Maud finally become a suspect? My kind of old lady. Reminds me of a character I made on The Sims that was a serial killer character. It's a mod that I downloaded. She was an awesome character. Anyways, I'm super excited to read that book. That's for fuck ageism. So those are the original prompts that I was going to do. And last night and this morning, I decided to add the fuck capitalism and fuck ableism prompt. I was watching V for Vendetta for the first time last night, and I was like, ooh, this book would fit, or The Boys would fit. And I decided to go with The Boys after my boyfriend brought up that one fit fuck capitalism more than V for Vendetta. I put both of them on hold anyways. But so for fuck capitalism, I'm going to read The Boys Omnibus Volume 1. And that has I think the first 22 issues of the comic in it. And if you know anything about the show, you'll know what the books are about. I'm really trying hard to rack my brain to explain it without giving a whole lot away. But basically, based off of the show, superheroes are run by an organization, and it's very money driven and by the government. And there's a group of people, there's Mother's Milk, Huey, Billy Butcher, and the Frenchman, and then somebody else comes in later. And they are basically trying to tear that system down. Like, they don't like that superheroes are on a pedestal above everybody else. They can do no wrong, even though they do wrong all the time. They're protected by the government. They're protected by money. It is very capitalist, and they're trying to tear it down. And I absolutely loved the show. And I wanted to read the books anyway, so I was like, oh, yeah, I wasn't going to read a Fuck Capitalism because I couldn't really think of anything that I wanted to read. So I decided I was going to read this. And I have talked about this in another video. I just talked about this book, Miss Hadra. And this fits the Fuck Ableism prompt because the character has epilepsy. And I consider that a disability because it's an invisible disability, because unless somebody's having a seizure, you're not going to know that they have epilepsy. Like, it's something that they have to deal with themselves without people knowing. They have to know what their triggers are. They have to be embarrassed by what people are going to think if they have a seizure. The character in the book, I've read it before, the character in the book has to listen to doctors tell him that, oh, it's just anxiety, you don't need these anti-seizure medications, you don't need these anti-epileptic these epileptic medications, it's just anxiety, you're stressed out because you're in college. Now, fuck that. Fuck ableism and ableist and people that don't want to believe people with disabilities. I felt for this character in this book and the author that wrote this book, because the author has epilepsy himself. I will show this book again, Miss Hadra. I showed it in my mid-year freakout because it's the book that I found the most beautiful because of the story and because of the artwork, and it is just, oh, it's so freaking gorgeous. I cannot wait to buy this. This is from the library, but I could not imagine having epilepsy, and I feel for anybody that does. But yeah, so those are the books that I'm reading. I am super excited to do this readathon as well as the other readathon that I'm doing, and that's my whole TBR for the month, minus probably some audiobooks that I might listen to, because every book that I'm doing for this readathon are books that I will physically read. And I will keep you guys updated on how I am doing. I am almost done with Elevation, which is from the Pop Culture Readathon, and I'm about halfway through with the Graces. But I might have to switch because there's not a whole lot of magic, or not any at all, and I'm 34% of the way through, but I still actually like the book, so there's magic in it. I've read some reviews and people say they want more, but we'll see. As I said in the beginning of the video, I am going to try and upload videos on Wednesdays or Thursdays. It will depend on how long it takes me to edit videos and when I get up and record them on Wednesdays, since Wednesdays are my day off for now. But I will also be going to school starting next month, so I will try and record videos on Wednesdays and have them up no later than Thursday from the foreseeable future, assuming that migraines don't happen and get in my way. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like this video if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to me, please, if you did enjoy it, and share this video around so that more people can see my awesomeness and get some recommendations for books that they might like that they've also never heard of. I hope you have a nice evening, morning, night, late night, and happy reading, guys. Bye.